Hey there, it's Rob Schofield again. I'm just going to do a follow-up video to yesterday's video about setting up WordPress. I left off at the point where I was about to install plugins. So I'm just going to pick up where I left off and just log into the back end here. I've actually installed all the plugins that I'm going to want to use for now, and I don't honestly see me wanting to put any more in there than I've already got. And what you see now in front of you, these handful, are the ones that I use. And I'll just go through from the top, I suppose, and that's the easiest way of doing it. So I'm going to start with add this social bookmarking thing. It's just a little widget that gets if I can find it, I'll just show you what it looks like. No, it's in settings. Add this, and this is all it is. It's just a little handful of buttons that will appear at the top and the bottom of your posts, so that if once your readers have read your stuff, they like it, they want to share it, they just hit a button. It's done. It's an nice, easy way of getting your content out there and shared. And it's it's no overhead. It's just a really simple little plugin. So Akismet, that's second on my list. This thing comes with it comes already as part of the WordPress install, but it's not activated. So what you've got to do is you've got to hop off to akismet.com, and you've got to do this sign up for an API key. It's free to do, it's no big deal. And what they do is they give you a key, and if I find Akismet, here we go, you throw the key in, validate the key with them, and that's it, it's done, and Akismet's ready to roll. And what that does is it traps all the spam for you when you've got comments turned on. It filters out the rubbish, and believe me, it is good at what it does. I've got sites that attract a tremendous amount of comments following some of the posts, and this thing's very, very good at what it does. I don't think I can remember a time when anything has managed to get through the net and been certainly never ever got post. There's never a spam post ever made it to any of my blogs, any of my blog posts, comments I should say. There might have been the odd one made it through to the pending folder, but that's as far as they've got. More often than not, they go straight to the spam folder, and it's good. It doesn't put the good guys in the spam folder. It's really smart, so it's a must-have. If you're gonna have comments turned on, it's a must-have. And just while I'm talking about comments, there's in the settings discussion submenu. This is where you kind of set up your rules for your comments, and just a couple of things to talk about. This before a comment appears, you've got to have this thing ticked. Comment author must have a previously approved comment. That's basically saying if you're a first-time commenter, then your comment will get held for moderation. It goes in the moderation into the pending folder, and until a moderator or an administrator, which would be me, approves the comment, then it's not visible publicly. So that's where it sits. But once you've approved somebody's comment one time, then all the rest of the time that they choose to comment, that's it. They've been approved one time, they're good to go. That's it. They're good to go every time. There's another thing in here I wanted to draw your attention to. well, these email me whenever anyone posts a comment, whenever a comment is held for moderation. I like those ticked because I'm not looking at my blogs 24/7, but I do look at email often, and it just keeps you current with what's going on some of your sites. That if you've got more than one site, or even if you don't, you're not necessarily going to be looking at it all day every day. So it's just a heads up for you when new comments arrive, or somebody's waiting for you to actually approve their comment. But I don't want to get away from the plugin side of things and start going into menu items that are nothing to do with the plugins. But just be aware that Akismet, if you use comments, Akismet is absolutely necessary, in my opinion. So you want to be getting that API key and activating it. You'll be glad you did, believe me. Google XML sitemaps. If you want the search engines to actually have a clear picture of what your site structure is and how you basically everything that goes up to make up your site, it's as well that you actually give them this sitemap. Now this is a standalone plugin, and if I go to, where's my settings gone? I've lost my settings. There we go. XML sitemap. It's kind of a busy page. Just trust that it does what it says on the tin. If you haven't built your sitemap, there will be a notification at the top that you've not built your sitemap yet. So, and it's just a simple thing of clicking on a link, and it will build it there and then. What it does is gives you this sitemap URL, and what I do is I've got a Google Webmaster account. So when I create a new site, I'll go over to my Google Webmaster account. I will add that site, so I'll be adding robcscofield.com, and in there I can actually tell it, okay, here's my sitemap for that new site, and that's it. That's all you need to do. And then Google will take note of that, and it'll get round to coming and crawling your site. I would say, I don't know whether it's quicker to get Google to actually visit your site by doing that or not, but it's a step that is not going to do you any harm. So for me, I install Google XML sitemap, grab the sitemap, go to Google Webmaster Tools, create an account, bang your site in there, and add the sitemap, and that's all you need to do as far as that goes. Where am I now? Back to plugins. Start plugins. Guess my Jetpack. Okay, I'm going to skip Jetpack for a minute, and I'm going to go down to WordPress SEO. SEO. Everybody's heard about SEO, search engine optimization, and you don't necessarily need a plugin to help you out with that. But why not make use of something that's there to actually help you, especially if you're new, and you're not really sure about whether your posts are gonna, anybody's ever going to find your posts. So there are a number of plugins that you can use for SEO purposes. There's, just off the top of my head, I'm just going to talk about two. The one I use, and another one called All-in-One SEO. Let's just go across. I'm going to go across to where you would go to get to get your plugins. the plugins subdirectory is already there when it's installed. When WordPress is installed, you just go to Add New, and then you, if you know the name of the plugin, then you bang it in here. If you don't, then it's like a generic thing. You know, if you want a stats plugin, then you type in stats, and off it pops, and it'll come back with all these different plugins that you can use. And then it's a case of looking through, reading the, looking at the ratings. Maybe visit Google a couple of times to see what Google's, you know, what people are saying about these different plugins in Google. Excuse me, it's personal preference is all it is. But back to SEO. This is the one I was talking about, all-in-one SEO pack. Again, some people like all-in-one. Some people like something else. You know, there's paid options you can go with. Like there's SEO Presser. There's all sorts of different SEO plugins you can use. So you know, just bear that in mind. Personally, I use this one. Where is it? This thing, WordPress SEO by Yoast. It's got a fairly good rating. And I never understand this. They spell it Yoast, like as in toast, but the guy's name is Joost de Valk. It's spelled Joost. It's pronounced Yoast, but anyway, I don't know why they just don't put his proper name up there. But that's the one I use, and with all these plugins, it's simple to install them. It's a simple case of clicking in Install Now, whichever one you want to be using. Install now, and it'll pop off and it'll install, and that's it, pretty much it. When I installed this Yoast plugin already, and you get this menu items to yourself and a big sub menu. One of the things you'll notice on this sub menu, if you're eagle-eyed, is this XML sitemaps. It actually, the plugin itself comes with the built-in XML sitemap functionality. So you're probably wondering why the hell why did I put in the Google XML sitemap? Well, it's because this is the once it loads, this is the XML sitemap part of Yoast's SEO plugin. Some months ago, I deployed a site, and I had just a horrendous time with it getting indexed. And I checked my webmaster account, and there were issues with the sitemap XML. With the XML sitemap, and I couldn't figure it out. And I did a tremendous amount of researching and trying to figure out why on earth Google wasn't indexing my site, and I couldn't fix it. So I basically switched it off. I just switched off the XML sitemap functionality within the Yoast SEO plugin, and I went ahead and installed the Google XML sitemap in its place. And as I said before, I installed this. I copied the XML sitemap it generated to my Google Webmaster Tools account, and that was it. There was never an issue after that. So I don't know if there's a glitch within this part of the plugin, which may have been fixed now. I don't know, but it worked for me then. So I'm kind of following the same the same protocol on this new site. So that's that. Just hang on, what's my posts? So I'm just going to give you a quick flavour of what. Maybe I shouldn't, because it might just be tricky, but let's just add new. When you go to add a new post, you get where is he? you get this this box down here. This is where all the SEO stuff goes on. So you just hack away in this box here, in this post. You put your title in, and you put your type your post and whatnot. And as you build your post, this plugin will start analyzing analyzing your post, and it'll just tell you how you're getting on, and it'll pick if there's not enough keywords. It'll tell you if your title's too short, or your keyword doesn't appear in your title. Just all things that go towards good SEO, it'll pick up on, and it'll tell you about it. And it's great for if you're new and you're kind of not sure what you should be writing and how you should be writing it. It's pretty good for that. Anyway, that's the SEO plugin. There's much more to it than that, but you can spend a day going through all this stuff. So I'm just really trying to be brief here and go back to my plugins page. I think there's only one more to talk about, which is Jetpack. Jetpack's a stats thing. It's actually more than that, but I like it a lot for the simple reason it's quick, it's visual, it's right there in the back end, and for me, it's people like Google Analytics and all that stuff. Okay, Google Analytics is what it is, and it does what it does, but it's too big. It's so tricky. There's so much of it. Trying to navigate through to just find a really, really simple heads-up display of how many people have visited you today and where they've come from. It's difficult in Google Analytics. It really is. Plus the bloody I never get the I never see today's stats. I always see everything up to today, unless I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know, but I don't like it, and I don't use it that often at all. But this I do like because it's straightforward. Once you've installed the thing, you do have to. You've got to. Again, it's a free to do thing. You've got to go to Wordpress.com, create an account, and you link up this page, basically the page that you're putting Jetpack on. So you link up your WordPress blog, site, call it what you will. You link it up to Wordpress.com, and that's it. And you're just authorizing with Wordpress.com to use all the cloud functionality. So once you've done that, you're good to go, and this is what you see. I know there's nothing to see now because it's a brand new site. I don't have any posts, I don't have anything going on, so there's not going to be any traffic. But once you start getting people visiting your site, you'll see a bar chart appear in this part here, and it'll with numbers up the side, and it'll tell you how many people. There'll be a date across the bottom, numbers up the side, and it's visually, it's right in your face. You can see how many people have come in today, yesterday, the day before, and underneath here you can see where they're coming from. Like this referrers bit, it tells you where people, what other sites have referred you in, so where people are coming in from, whether it be a straightforward just a Google search, or they're on some other site that might be in the same niche as yours, or it just tells you where they come from, and it gives you yesterday's stats as well if you want to look at them. So you can also see what geographically where they're coming from too. Once you get some traffic up here, you'll see another button appears that you can find out where they're coming from, and it'll take you off this page onto you then go out to WordPress.com's site, and it will then show you exactly what countries they're coming in from. Breakdown, you know, how many visitors from the US, how many from the UK, how many from India, wherever you want to, wherever traffic's coming in from, it'll tell you where they're coming in from. This search engine terms is another great feature. It tells you what keywords or key phrases people are using that ultimately ends up with them coming to your site, which is fantastic for SEO. You know, you can actually see what people are typing in, and it's bringing them to you. So great thing to have, and it's right there in your face. You know, there's no digging around and trying to figure it out. It's right there done for you. Cross here, top posts and pages. Once you get a few posts under your belt and maybe a few pages created, this gives you an idea of what your audience likes. You know, what posts people are reading, what's popular with your audience basically. So you can get an idea of the stuff that they're not too keen on, the stuff that they are keen on, and obviously that helps you out going forward because you kind of know, okay, give them more of what they like. So you know, it's really good for that. It's another good visual. This clicks kind of menu box. My battery's about to run out of my headset, so I'll be quick. This basically tells you, it just records the clicks that people on your site are clicking, maybe to leave your site, to go to if you've got a blog role, maybe to go to another blog. If you've got free stuff to download, maybe, you know, they click something to download something free, or if they go to a capture box or whatever, it records those kind of clicks and gives you an idea of where people are, you know, what people are finding popular on your site apart from your posts. So again, it's a really good visual. And for me, this you know, I love this jetpack. I really do. It blows Google Analytics away for me. So, you know, every blog I have, it's always going to be a feature of that. That's it. I'm going to wrap it up there. My headset's playing up, so hopefully you're getting this. And just, you know, stay tuned. There's going to be more. I've got a lot of stuff to share, of all sorts of stuff. That somebody's going to find useful, because these are little obstacles I've overcome, and you know, there's always somebody somewhere going to be searching for stuff that they might find on my pages and might find it useful. So if you do, that's good. I feel good about that. So with that, I'll say bye and thanks.